After setting the motor in place, I put the fender and the core support and the front grille on to see how everything is going to fit, see if I have room for my radiator. Got the AC condenser, and then down in here is the radiator for the supercharger. But it's pretty tight. I did what I could. I kind of modified the bracket here for the AC condenser to bring it in about an inch closer, but that's where the power steering cooler, or the transmission cooler, goes in there. So I'd have to remote locate that somewhere else, so it's not the best solution. But and then I'm still really tight here. I don't have room for my fans. And this elbow and air box, I really want to try to keep because it's part of the Whipple setup. It's all pre-programmed to run with that. If I screw with it, change it, it changes the airflow of my mass air sensor, and I have to reprogram it. But I'd like to just leave it as is, so that would simplify any tuning issues or eliminate any tuning issues and just run it the way it was running before. But the more I look at it, I mean, if I move the motor back, that would give me more room, but I don't want to move the cradle back because the wheels are perfect right where they are. I do have tons of room behind the engine. I mean, I could probably move it back at least 3, maybe 4, but 3 for sure. And then that would bring the airbox back. I'd have room for my fans. I could even put the regular, I need a new condenser anyway, put that back in with the transmission cooler in that gap there. So I have to modify the motor mounts. Transmission mount's not done yet anyway. So I think it probably would make more sense to do that. And then I'd have a lot more room in front. I have tons of room back here, so I'd be probably foolish to not move it back. Nothing in down there is going to be in the way. I have to check the steering, electric rack and pinion steering, to make sure that's going to clear. But it would push it back where it's more relative to the way the original Mustang was designed. So my hoses and coolant lines, transmission lines, AC lines will all kind of bolt up, and I won't have like extra that'll be bunched up together. So not sure about that, but I think I'm going to try doing something. And then the other thing that I did was I got the air conditioning box out, and I think I'm going to take this apart and see if I can salvage it. Maybe I can just use the heating and cooling elements and the fan, because to get an aftermarket one, they're really expensive. I don't really feel like spending, $1,000, $1,200 just for an indoor evaporator. This already has all the controls on it. So I might be able to do something with that. I also cut out a piece of the firewall from the Mustang, and I've got the controls from that. They'll bolt right on that plate, and then I can kind of locate it on the firewall and see where it fits best. So that's where I'm at.